What if we had the ability to shape our world to fit our imagination and our desires? This question is something I've experienced in a smaller scale with a hobby of mine, the video game Sims 4. In Sims, you have the ability to build homes, design an avatar, own a pet, and even go to college, where there's class schedules, credits, exams, and everything in between. The game is designed to be a fun way to escape the real world, but it has no lasting effects. Once you log out, it all becomes pixels in a hard drive, almost like Cinderella's dress at midnight. But that concept is no longer contained to a simple computer program. It's expanded with the growth of the internet and the reach of technology into our everyday lives. Big tech corporations have the power to create simulated experiences, augmented fantasies, and a life completely alternate to the everyday. Just a few months ago, Facebook changed its company name to Meta because they're planning on building the metaverse. The metaverse is what comes next, an internet that you're not just looking at through a screen, but you are actually inside of. Take anything you could be doing right now, whether it's shopping, talking with peers, or even finishing the day's work. Now imagine the time it takes you to blink your eyes. You could be doing that in a way that feels real, and with people who feel present, in an environment that is whatever you wish it to be. That's the power of a living, shared, simulated universe. And with that power, these corporations are making our reality into a virtuality. This is where my idea for a Grand Challenge course comes into play. This assignment, as I was tasked with, was to find a challenge I believe University of Rhode Island students should explore, debate, and research. The challenge of students, especially in the business world and our society, as we move into this unknown future, is to implement the shift responsibly, while still changing people's perceptions of what's possible. It will be difficult, but the foundation is already there. Recently, a Pew Research study found that 39% of Americans were almost always online, while 79% were online at least several times a day. With Americans living an increasingly digital life, we see the possibility to push the limits of how far people will allow their imagination to go. I do have to mention that it's funny that what we've cheered for to come true in the future with VR and the Internet 2.0 was once the single most horrific dystopian nightmare scenario imaginable in terms of technology. We can see this throughout film and literature, numerous examples warning us that this is a bad idea. Roll tape.
The intention could be, how do we make the world better? If technology creates mass chaos, loneliness, more polarization, more election hacking, more inability to focus on the real issues, we're toast.
And due to this double-edged sword of good and bad when it comes to new technology, it is vital for my fellow students and I to understand the future that awaits us once we graduate and enter the workforce. The metaverse and everything that accompanies it is changing the world quicker than we can envision, and we'll need the tools to keep up. And so, if I was the professor teaching these skills, I would excite students through 3 steps. 1. Understanding. What is the metaverse and the future of this technology? 2. Existence. How should it exist? Who's in control? What laws are there? Who enforces these laws? It's a whole new frontier. And finally, 3. Interaction. How will this change the way we function as a society and an economy? Each stage will involve visuals, projects, discussions, films, and more. We'll discuss topics like whether it's truly worth it to invest in digital real estate, aka lines of code, how much one spent on accessory they can never physically have, and if cryptocurrency will continue to reign supreme in this new world. Like the technological evolutions that preceded it, this transition has wide-ranging implications in ethics, philosophy, and commerce, not just for the US, but for the globe as we know it. The questions we have on if this will change the idea of what's tangible, how it will be integrated across cultures, and whether Snoop Dogg fans really just dropped $45,000 to live next to him in the virtual world, will be answered as we watch this play out in real time in the course and in the next decades of our life.